everyone, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. This is the News Hour special edition this Saturday evening, and I'm Hina Gambhir. Viewers, ahead of the state elections in Bihar, a stunning confession has come from Rahul Gandhi. Leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha has admitted that he failed to understand the plight of the OBCs and that he couldn't do enough to protect their interests. The Congress leader admitted that not conducting a caste census earlier was his mistake, and he has now pledged to correct it now. Listen.
मगर ओबीसी की जो इश्यूज हैं, जो मुश्किलें हैं, वो छुपी रहती हैं, आसानी से नहीं दिखती हैं। मेरी रिग्रेट क्या है कि अगर मुझे आपकी हिस्ट्री के बारे में, आपकी इश्यूज के बारे में थोड़ा सा भी ज्यादा मालूम होता, मैं तभी जाति जनगणना करा देता। वो निकल गया और मैं स्टेज से कह रहा हूं, वो गलती है मेरी, और कांग्रेस पार्टी की गलती नहीं है, मेरी गलती है, और इस गलती को मैं ठीक करने जा रहा हूं।
And viewers, while Rahul Gandhi has made the Dalit and OBC card the center of his political campaign, pledging to fight for them in line with his Jitni Abadi Utna Hak mantra, the leaders of the Congress party are more focused on heaping praises on the Gandhi Parivar. Telangana Chief Minister Revant Reddy hailed Sonia Gandhi and even called her a deity who made the dream of separate Telangana possible. Another Congress leader, Udit Raj, compared Rahul Gandhi to Dr. Ambedkar. He claimed Rahul Gandhi can become second Ambedkar if the members of the OBC community support and follow him. Listen.
A letter. This is for me lifetime achievement. This is for me Oscar award. This is for me Nobel Prize. श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी मुझे अप्रिशिएट करते हुए एक खत लिखा है। फॉर मी लाइफ टाइम अचीवमेंट। सोनिया जी अप्रिशिएशन, जो लेटर खत लिखा मेरा नाम पे, सोनिया जी खुद दस्तखत कर देंगे। फॉर मी दिस इज लाइफ टाइम अचीवमेंट। थैंक यू।
Rahul ji has admitted that of course Congress did not do enough, and that is the confession. Definitely he will prove second Ambedkar for OBC, but OBC have to follow him, have to support him, because BJP is basically against the OBC interest.
And viewers, the Bharatiya Janata Party has hit out at the Congress party for this Rahul Ambedkar comparison, calling it an insult to the architect of the Constitution. BJP also listed instances when the Congress party ignored Dr. Ambedkar and even fielded candidates to defeat him in the elections.
An old Congress president used to say, India is Indra, Indra is India. Then we saw another sycophant chief minister of the Congress party saying Sonia is a deity. Now you have this, that Rahul Gandhi is Dr. Ambedkar ji. The man whose DNA is anti-India can hardly be seen as somebody who should even hold up the constitution in his hand, far from being inspired by Dr. Ambedkar ji.
पहले और ओरिजिनल और एक ही आम्बेडकर जो इस देश में हैं संविधान निर्माता, उनको अपमानित करने का काम किसने किया? किसने भारत रत्न से वंचित रखा? किसने 2 बार चुनाव हराए? किसने उनके संविधान को जम्मू कश्मीर में लागू नहीं होने दिया? किसने उनके विचारों के खिलाफ जाकर मुस्लिम आरक्षण की बात की? किसने SC ST OBC आरक्षण में खलल की? अरे भाई, पहले आम्बेडकर जी की तो विचारधारा का सम्मान कीजिए, उनके संविधान का सम्मान कीजिए।
Viewers, Congress party and Rahul Gandhi have tried different poll planks to appeal to voters in the run-up to elections in the past. Rahul Gandhi, remember, visited the Mahakaleshwar temple in Ujjain ahead of 2024 Lok Sabha polls in what was seen as the soft Hindutva card by the Congress party. Congress made attempts to woo Muslims through religion-based quota in public contracts in Karnataka. And now the Congress party is relying on the caste card in what appears to be a desperate bid to revive party's fortunes. Let's also quickly try and understand why OBC votes matter. The OBC population has been a subject of intense debate. Remember the Mandal Commission? That had put the number at 52%, half of the population of this country, while the National Sample Survey Office put it at around 41%. And Rahul Gandhi is now admitting on record that he had no idea about what the challenges of almost 50% of the population in this country all this while. In 2024, the INDI bloc had eaten into a section of the OBC vote bank that the BJP had created in Uttar Pradesh. So, is that the logic behind Rahul Gandhi's caste card this time, the OBC card that he is talking about? Is he of the view that perhaps this could help him revive the fortunes of the Congress party? Can this really work for the Congress party on the ground? Is this Rahul Gandhi's Eureka moment as far as the voters in this country are concerned? That's going to be our debate this evening, and joining us on this debate is Shehzad Poonawalla, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, joining me here in the studios. We also have with us Ratan Sharda, who is an author, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader of the Congress Party, Ravi Shankar Ravi, national spokesperson of the RJD, and Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst, live with us. Good evening to all of you. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us here on this debate. Shehzad Poonawalla, let me begin this discussion with you. Firstly, do you think it is perhaps a Eureka moment for Rahul Gandhi? Because, you know, there was a time when around 2012 or 13, if I'm not wrong, Congress felt that it's seen as pro-minority. So, you know, Rahul Gandhi shifted to this soft Hindutva aspect. Then Rahul Gandhi started visiting temples. In 2024, the focus was on Dalits specifically. 400 par will end quotas for SC, ST. And now ahead of Bihar elections and of course the next general elections, he seems to be recognizing the importance of about 50% of the population in this country. And by the way, he has been in politics for over 22 odd years, and he has in a way admitted that he had no idea of the challenges that this part of the society faced.
You see, Hina, this idea of regretting has been an old one for Rahul Gandhi. They regret emergency, but they don't repent it. They behave in the same way even today. They regret 1984 Sikh genocide, but they don't repent. They continue to justify people like Jagdish Titler in their party, and they regret the way they have treated the SC, ST, OBC community, but they continue to compare themselves to Ambedkar, call themselves second Ambedkar, and they continue to violate the principles of Ambedkar ji. Let me explain. Who is the one who opposed the approval of removal of 370 and the installation of the constitution in Jammu Kashmir, which gave Valmiki Samaj their rights? The Congress party. Who says that we should have Muslim reservation, which is against the idea of Ambedkar, and that too by cutting the SC, ST, OBC communities' rights? That is the Congress party. They have done it in AMU, and if they are comparing themselves to Ambedkar, then they must tell us that do they regret defeating him twice? Who defeated him twice? Nehru ji. Do they regret that they never gave the Bharat Ratna to him for 40 years? It was the government supported by BJP that gave. Do they regret the fact that today they are taking a stand which is anti-370? Do they regret the fact that Lalu Prasad Yadav and Rahul Gandhi both kept the portrait of Ambedkar ji next to their feet? Do they regret the fact that they are the ones who have also continued to sideline the Dalits when they are doing the transfer of the funds of 37% in Karnataka from the SC/ST quota to other quotas? Are they regretting the fact that the Muslim reservation is being given out of the OBC quota? In UPA, they wanted to give 9% out of the OBC quota. Do they regret that fact? So the fact of the matter is that they regret nothing. They have always been anti-Ambedkar, anti-OBC, and in 1960s, Mr. Nehru had written a letter against reservation. Today, Rahul Gandhi has spoken against reservation. He said that at one point, reservation should be completely over. In 1970s and 80s, we have seen the stand they have taken against Mandal. Rajiv Gandhi had said that reservation ka benefit Buddhuon ko milta hai. If they truly regret it, then they should say, Rahul Gandhi should say, Nehru is wrong, Indira is wrong, Rajiv is wrong.
Okay. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, they say actions speak louder than words. And Shehzad Poonawalla just now listed, a long list of actions by Congress party specifically and how they were seen as anti-OBC communities and anti-Dr. Ambedkar. So can you explain to us how should we really understand and interpret this statement by Leader of Opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi? Do you not feel that he seems to be shifting goalpost every election season from minority card to soft Hindutva card to OBC card now?
Hina ji, you look at the statement from Rahul Gandhi ji in last 12 years and you tell me where his focus has not been on the social justice. He has always been talking about the social justice. Even he did in Bharat Jodo Yatra around it. So we are speaking for those 90% of the population of our country who are deprived of all these rights, because a betterment demands honesty, even if it comes from an apology, right? And a true leadership lies in the learning from the mistake and changing the course for people's welfare. Rahul Gandhi ji is a visionary leader and he understands. He acknowledges mistakes also. Probably he acknowledged the fact that he could have pushed the caste census during UPA government, which was pretty much completed, but has some correction issues, which BJP government did not publish that point of time. Even their own committee said that the corrections in the caste census could be done and data could be made public, but BJP always refrained from publishing that data. So Rahul Gandhi has been talking about always on the same line, which is social justice, asking for the betterment of those 90% of people. Shehzad has listed out a lot of regrets. I think Shehzad forget about their own regrets, and he's talking about Ambedkar and Constitution when they themselves burned the effigies of Ambedkar ji and burned the Constitution itself. So I don't think coming from an RSS ideology about Constitution, about Ambedkar is probably the biggest joke of today's debate. Moreover, he's also talking. He's not talking about Kisan bill. He's not talking about demonetization. Those are because BJP has so much audacity to not even acknowledge their own mistake. We are the one who acknowledge mistakes, correct it, and move forward for the people's welfare and people's betterment. And we'll keep doing it. And you, Nina, just last 10 seconds. You take last 12 years speeches of Rahul Gandhi and tell me where he did the goalpost, because that's a very false accusation you've made on him.
Okay.
Can I just respond in 20 seconds?
Quick rebuttal.
Because he has gone to 12 years. Sir, because you are standing for social justice, should there be SC/ST reservation in AMU, which was there during UPA and cancelled by you? Now matter is in court. We are arguing it should be there. 370, it was removed first time the Valmiki Samaj got right to vote and the right to get the reservation, and you have taken a stand against the removal of 370. What is your stand by that purpose? And caste census, what are you doing about caste survey in Karnataka? You did resurvey, and then resurvey we have seen Times Now shown that faster than Usain Bolt running in 100 meters, you have completed without taking the survey, you have put the sticker in the Dalit survey. And finally, effigies of Ambedkar we have burnt. Read the letter of Nehru ji on the resignation of Ambedkar ji. He has said to the person he's writing the letter, I don't want to disclose the name, you can figure it out. He has said that this Ambedkar good he has resigned, he was colluding with the Hindu nationalists. So one place he was saying that Ambedkar is with us, and you are saying we were burning the effigies.
Okay. I know Ashwini also wants to respond, but before that, I want to go across to my other guests as well for their opening comments. Mr. Ratan Sharda, what do you make of this statement by Rahul Gandhi and the comparison that has been made by Udit Raj, wherein he says that there is a potential in Rahul Gandhi to become the second Ambedkar for OBC community? Do you think how consolidation of the OBC votes helped BJP, grow its stature in the national politics? That is the realization that has come in within the Congress party, and Rahul Gandhi is now trying to take a leaf out of BJP's book and trying to perhaps woo the OBC community by making these kind of statements?
See, making statements, then moving around, then going out, then making another statement, and keep flitting from one to another platform doesn't actually help anybody. But let me put one particular point in this same conversation where he says, मोदी कुछ नहीं है, मीडिया ने उसका हवा बनाया है, लोगों को बेवकूफ बनाया है. So at one go, these people are insulting the media. These people are insulting the people who voted Modi ji continuously for last 11 years in nearly 95 out of the 100 elections, and this gentleman lost 95 of those elections, only 5 were won by his party. So he can make these kind of claims. What kind of leadership is this? I think the only regret Rahul Gandhi should have is that he not be able to convince people to vote for him and make him PM. And that regret is shown, his anger is shown. Now coming to the main point, another point about Ambedkar, I see leaving Nehru aside. And if Ambedkar had thought that OBC are oppressed, he would have created a reservation for them also. He did not. And I'm not getting into all the Ambedkar other issues. The point is, he said the Sangh BJP has oppressed the OBC story in the history. Now let me tell you, I'll give you some names. Raja Chola, Rajendra Chola, King of Ramanath Bhaskar Setupati. Then there is Subedar Malhar Rao and Rani Holkar, Gaikwads of Baroda, Sindhiyas of Gwalior, Kanuji Angre, then Vodeyars of Mysore, Gurjar Kings, Chandragupta Maurya, Shivaji, who are all of these were in today's terms OBC kings. Where is their history? In last 70 years when Congress was ruling, where did they disappear? Please tell me, did BJP RSS make them go from the history books or they made it do that? कास्ट सर्वे से हमको टाइम नहीं मिला इसलिए हमने बीजेपी पे छोड़ दिया भाई साहब कर्नाटका तो आप एक मिनट मैं बीच में बोला नहीं मैंने
Ashwini ji, allow Mr. Ratan Sharda to finish his point, then you will be given your chance.
He is old enough, he would
Please
have read
wait. No, one second, Ashwini ji, nobody interrupted when you were making a point. Allow Mr. Ratan Sharda to finish his point. I'll come back to you.
I agree I'm old, but being old does not disqualify me for talking with a child. So please keep quiet. Now, if these are the people we never respect, there is Jagjivan Ram. Was he given due? No. There is Abdul Kalam. He was not re-elected despite his sterling qualities. Ambedkar, of course, everybody talks about that. Caste sense of Karnataka. There is no BJP in Karnataka. They are ruling for last 2 terms. Why they have not done anything about the caste censor? You are just here to divide people. Ramnath Kovind was never given due respect by the mothers and son. You can see the history, how they have treated him. There is no shame in that. Birsa Munda, where was he in their story? Bhagwan Birsa Munda, one of the biggest freedom fighter against British. Where are the history books? Where are the home kings? So when you say Sangh BJP have killed, or oppressed the story of OBCs, please relearn. Don't try to put your own blame onto others. You say SC, ST, OBC wale ISK officer bade nahi hai. Because in your time you didn't allow them to grow.
Exactly.
As simple as that. So don't make all these silly criticism. You say, I want to rule, I want to get power, I want to be a prime minister.
Right.
Modi doesn't do anything. Till that time, I'm fine. But you make all false pretenses. You try to sound very revolutionary. Sorry, sir, that's not the way you will convince people. So regret should be why you can't convince the people.
Okay. I know Ashwini ji wants to respond, but before that, very quickly, Syed Asad Abbas, Bharat Ratna to Dr. Ambedkar was given 34 years after his death. Is it because Rahul Gandhi till now had no idea about the challenges the OBC community faced, about what Dr. Ambedkar brought on the table, what he did for the entire country? So going by, history, because these are facts that I'm stating, going by these actions of the Congress party, how should we really look at Rahul Gandhi's statement? Is it just show or is there some substance?
The fact of the matter, Hina ji, I've always believed when you do the most common things in life in the most uncommon way, you command the attention of the world. Rahul Gandhi, unlike Modi ji, is not picture perfect. Rahul Gandhi, unlike Modi ji, is not non-biological. Rahul Gandhi is very much biological. And the fact of the matter, we need to understand that the Bharatiya Janata Party has a huge problem in Udit Raj addressing him as second Ambedkar, but they embraced when Modi ji called himself non-biological. आप करें तो प्यार, दूसरे कुछ बोलें तो वार, ये कैसा अत्याचार? Also, we need to understand.
So you're okay with the Congress party ensuring Bharat Ratna is not given to Dr. Ambedkar for about 34 years, but if Mr. Udit Raj is comparing him to Dr. Ambedkar, it's absolutely fine with you?
I will answer that. That's a very good question. I will answer that. What did Ambedkar ji believe in? He believed in social equality and justice. And who is bringing it now? It is Rahul Gandhi, and who is following suit in the caste enumeration system? Adanya Modi ji and the Bharatiya Janata Party, who my good friend Shehzad Poonawalla previously a post-caste census, calling it Bharat ke tukde honge. He also said, ek hai to safe hai, batenge to katenge. They also said, the BJP also said that Rahul Gandhi is dividing the nation basis of caste. Also, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, the defeated member of parliament from Thiruvananthapuram, said that Rahul Gandhi's DNA is anti-India. Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, that is an irresponsible statement by you. The man who lost his father for this country, the man who lost his grandmother for this country, you're calling this man anti-India. Absolutely shameful comment.
Okay.
I think Shehzad Poonawalla should apologize on behalf of Rajiv Chandrasekhar today on your show on national television.
Okay, I will go across to Shehzad Poonawalla for a response. But before that, I want to go across to Ravi Shankar Ravi. Ravi Shankar Ravi, why is this statement by Rahul Gandhi coming in at this time, just few months ahead of the Bihar elections? Is it because the 2022 caste survey has revealed EBCs are 36.01%, OBCs are 27.12%?
See, the OBC population is more than 60-65% at least. So, and they are not well represented as they should be in various fields. So any party talks about the representation of these section and their upliftment is, I think this would be welcome. But here I want to also add that this culture of confession and saying sorry, accepting responsibility, expressing regret have become things of the past. In contemporary political life, normally political leaders do not accept, not regret, do not say sorry. If Rahul Gandhi is realizing something, realizing the state of affairs of the OBCs, so fine. I mean, he has every right to express his concerns.
Okay. I want to go across to Mr. Ashwini now, but before that, I want all of you to listen to this soundbite of Rahul Gandhi, because a very interesting statement was made by Mr. Ashwini Kumar Mishra about the statements Rahul Gandhi has made over the last 12 years. Now, this statement Rahul Gandhi made was on 22nd of May 2024, wherein he claimed that he's been sitting in the system since the day he was born. He understands the system from inside. You cannot hide the system really from me. Let's listen into what exactly he had said at that point in time.
जब से मैं पैदा हुआ हूं, 1970 जून 19, तब से मैं सिस्टम के अंदर बैठा था. मैं सिस्टम को अंदर से समझता हूं. मुझसे आप सिस्टम नहीं छुपा सकते. कैसे चलता है, किसको फेवर करता है, किस प्रकार से फेवर करता है, किसकी रक्षा करता है, किसको अटैक करता है, यह सब मुझे मालूम है, दिखता है कि मैं उसके अंदर से आया हूं. प्राइम मिनिस्टर हाउस में जब दादी प्राइम मिनिस्टर थी तब था, पापा थे, मनमोहन सिंह जी थे, तब भी मैं जाता था, तो मुझे सिस्टम अंदर से मालूम है. और मैं आपको कह रहा हूं, सिस्टम is aligned against lower castes. मतलब भयंकर तरीके से हर लेवल पे. आप कॉर्पोरेट सिस्टम देख लो, मीडिया सिस्टम देख लो, ब्यूरोक्रेसी देख लो, जुडिशरी देख लो, एजुकेशन सिस्टम देख लो, मिलिट्री देख लो.
Shehzad Poonawalla, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, which statement of Rahul Gandhi should we really believe? Shehzad, to you first, because in 2024 he very clearly said that he understands everything because he has seen it very, very closely, and now he's coming out and saying that he didn't really understand the issues and he's only started understanding them now.
Congress, INC should be not Indian National Congress, but I need confusion. The same Rahul Gandhi says कि हलवा आप में बटना चाहिए, but when the halwa of Wayanad seat was to be given, it went to the family. 3 members of the family are in the parliament. Did it go to the Muslim or the Christian community? Jitni abadi utna haq principle was not applied in Wayanad. Then see, Khadge ji in the same seminar, he says that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is so-called upper caste. I don't know what is upper caste, lower caste, but he says Rahul is upper caste. And then Kancha Ilaiah in the same program says that he's mixed caste. This is two contradictory statements on the same platform. One says mixed caste, the other says he's upper caste. Ab तय कर लो. And when Rahul Gandhi was asked कि आपकी जाति क्या है, आप सबको कौन जात बा पूछते हो, तो he said it was an insult. Why you are asking me the caste? Anyway, this bag of contradictions, leave it aside. Mr. Ashwini, when Lalu is compared to Bhagat Singh ji, or when Rahul Gandhi is compared to Ambedkar ji, I have problem with both, because have you taken position when Lalu ji's feet were next to Ambedkar's photo? Have you taken position when Azam Khan has said Ambedkar is a land grabber? Have you taken position? No, sir, I do not interrupt you. Ashwini ji, please let the debate go on.
On these topics, why are you doing what about
Hina,
Okay, finish your point. Very quickly finish your point.
Now, he said that the caste census was opposed by BJP. In 1931, the caste census was conducted. Who stopped the caste census first? Please let me complete. 20 seconds more. Then, in Karnataka, DK Shivkumar, it is Mr. Syed Abbas will know that DK Shivkumar has taken strident stand against the caste survey. And I finally want to ask Mr. Ashwini Mishra ji that Nehru ji said कि reservation से second class बन जाएंगे. Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi has opposed Mandal. They've said reservation given to Buddhus. Take a stand on this. Then I will know. And today, Khadge ji, recently he has said Murma ji and Kovind ji for Kovind ji. This is the level of respect to give to SC/ST people.
Ashwini Kumar Mishra, now please respond. अंदर के आदमी को देश की हकीकत के बारे में अब पता चला?
Hina ji, give me 30-40 seconds, because Ratan ji also said a lot of misinformation.
You take full 1 minute. 60 seconds.
Now let me
Nobody
start
will
with
interrupt
Ratan
you.
Shada ji. Let me start with Ratan Shada ji. I'm sure he is very educated person. The university he studied is built by Congress. If he studied from India, the history he read is given by the Congress.
Is that your response to the direct question I asked you? Then you will say, I'm not giving you enough time to make your point.
I said, let me start with Ratan Shada ji. The information he said about. I'll come to all the things, because there has been lot of misinformation spread.
Misinformation, okay.
जिस कॉलेज से आप पढ़े हो वो कांग्रेस ने बनाया, जिस किताब से आप पढ़े हो वो कांग्रेस के टाइम पे छपी है, जो इतिहास
पर अश्विनी कुमार मिश्रा जी, आप मेरे सवाल का जवाब तो दे ही नहीं रहे हैं. I asked you a direct question. आपको अगर यहाँ गिनवाना है शो पे कांग्रेस पार्टी ने क्या क्या किया है, वो हम डिबेट नहीं कर रहे हैं आज. I'm trying to understand from you which statement of Rahul Gandhi should we believe, because you seem to suggest he has remained consistent on his agenda for the upliftment of the marginalized in this country.
Let me answer your question first, and then allow me to answer to Shahjad as well, because I have not answered to him as well. So when Rahul Gandhi says I understand the system, he meant by I understand the ecosystem. I had one full-hour debate on this with Shahjad itself, that point of time in May 2024 as well. Now, when he said I understand the ecosystem, the whole ecosystem, what he meant by the bureaucrats and all this elite gang of the country, which is mostly talking about all those 10% people, because there is no inclusiveness, no equal participation. All those ecosystems are working towards not giving rights to all these 90% deprived, poor. That includes a lot of upper caste as well, but mostly the lower caste.
He had an opportunity. He had an opportunity to change the system. He was part of the system. He had the perfect opportunity, just like Mr. Udit Raj today has said that he has the perfect opportunity to become the second Ambedkar for OBCs in this country. If they follow him and if they support him, he had an opportunity for their upliftment. He knew exactly what the problems were back then. He had admitted in 2024. That was the reason why I played that soundbite of Rahul Gandhi. Why did he not do it? Because the vote bank was not important at that point in time.
You are misquoting that soundbite.
Excuse me, how am I misquoting? I just played that soundbite for you.
That soundbite was meant for only speaking about the bureaucratic system in India. That 10%
Ratan Sharda, just like Rahul Gandhi, even Ashwini Kumar Mishra is just shifting the goalpost with every statement.
See, I would say that Rahul Gandhi suffers from political dyslexia. It's very difficult for him to learn. It takes a lot of time for him to learn, because for years he has been in politics, as I say, right from his childhood. He still could not understand what's going on. Why Nehru did not give Ambedkar a post that he wanted. He was a great scholar, an MPhil in finance and industry. He was not given finance and industry. He was not given important portfolio. There is something. Yes, sir. उसकी correct पढ़ लीजिए biography. आपकी न्यूज़ में पढ़ा मैंने. आप अगर पढ़ लीजिए. आप बीच मत बोलिए. आप बीच मत बोलिए.
Chairman of drafting committee. What are you talking about? Nehru has not given him the enough opportunity. Who made him the chairman of drafting committee?
Please ask him to keep quiet.
Ashwini Kumar Mishra,
Don't,
now this is unfair.
don't.
This is unfair. Nobody interrupts when you are speaking. Then you do not allow others to speak. I gave you full 60 seconds. You wasted 30 seconds by talking about how Congress party has built universities in which Mr. Ratan Sharda has studied. I asked you pointed question. You wasted time. You did not utilize it. Now when others are speaking, you are interrupting in between.
Okay, and you know, see, I actually studied in St. Xavier's, which was not made by Congress, by the way. Okay. What I said was minister, constitution तो बन गया था ना, उसके बाद की बात कर रहा हूँ. 1984, he said I was too young when 6 were killed. Then he said सत्ता एक जहर है. मेरी माँ ने बोला सीताराम केसरी जो इनके दलित थे उनको इन्होंने धोती पकड़ के बाथरूम में बंद करके वहां पर से उनको अध्यक्ष से हटाया. और इन्होंने अगर ये कह रहे हैं कि भाई मुझे न्याय देना है गरीबों को, मुझे SC ST OBC को, तो भैया उदित राज को बना दो पीएम कैंडिडेट, सचिन पायलट को बना दो पीएम कैंडिडेट. वो मैं ही बनूंगा. मेरे राजीव गांधी फाउंडेशन में सारे अपर कास्ट होंगे. मैं किसी को नहीं लूंगा SC ST OBC को. भाई साहब जो बोलते हैं करके दिखाइए, फिर आप बोलिए क्या सच है क्या झूठ है. आपने दावा किया नेहरू यूनिवर्सिटी कॉलेज बनाए, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. क्या क्या किया क्या क्या नहीं किया सारा इतिहास है. आप कहेंगे नेहरू ने यूनिवर्सिटी बनाई, जबकि वो यूनिवर्सिटी तो पहले से बनी हुई थी. तो कृपया ये सब बातें छोड़िए जो एजुकेशन
Okay, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, please respond.
What universities you are talking about, sir? All these IIT, AIIMS, all these were established before independence. Then,
Yes.
sir, what universities you are talking
Yes.
about? All these PSUs,
Please.
but pre-independence. And Shahjad keep talking about this Draupadi Murmu ko Draupadi some different names bula diya. That was slip of tongue. And just like how Modi ji called Donald Trump, or how he called Beti Bachao, Beti Patao. So there has been a lot of slip of tongue. And you keep bragging about 370. You give me one statement from Ambedkar ji where he requested to abolish the 370.
Now-
You give me that one statement where he said that
Shahzad
let
wants to
370 be
respond.
abolished.
Shahzad Poonawala.
Let 370 be abolished.
Ambedkar refused to sign the
Exactly,
bill when
Ambedkar
Sheikh
did
Abdullah
refuse
came with
to-
370. Does he know that?
No,
कहाँ से पढ़ के आ रहे हैं आप?
after the
ये-
370
ये-
was
ये
राहुल गांधी यूनिवर्सिटी से पढ़ के आया है.
He was
अब सुन
himself.
लीजिए. अब
He said, I
Ashwini
will
ji,
not
now
sign
you have
this
to
bill.
listen also. Mr. Sharda, if I may have your indulgence. Look, first of all, if you are so concerned about Ambedkar ji, you have said every university has been built by you. Ambedkar ji के 5 तीर्थ माने जाते हैं. Place of birth, place of education. उसमें से कौन सा तीर्थ कांग्रेस पार्टी ने बनाया वो बता दो. दूसरी बात, आपने बोला कि आरएसएस बीजेपी का सिस्टम तीसरी बार ओबीसी प्रधानमंत्री बनाया. आपके सिस्टम ने ओबीसी प्रधानमंत्री छोड़िए, एक ओबीसी अध्यक्ष था, याद है शारदा जी? सीताराम केसरी को धोती निकाल के बाथरूम में बंद कर दिया इन लोगों ने. ये तो ओबीसी लव है. एंड व्हाट रतन शारदा सेड, जो सिस्टम आपके परिवार के हाथ में है. आरजीएफ बोर्ड, प्लीज लिसन. सोनिया गांधी, मनमोहन सिंह अब तो नहीं रहे, चिदम्बरम, सुमन दुबे, अशोक गांगुली, मोंटे कालुवेलिया, राहुल गांधी, प्रियंका वाड्रा, विजय महाजन. इसमें कौन SC ST OBC है बता दो. दिस इज राजीव गांधी फाउंडेशन, प्योरली इन हैंड ऑफ फर्स्ट फैमिली. मिश्रा जी बोलो, उनका बोर्ड है, यादव परिवार के आगे नहीं बढ़ता. तेजस्वी, तेज प्रताप, मीसा, राबड़ी has been made vice president in the party.
Ravi Shankar Ravi, isn't it a valid question? Can you tell me who is the tallest OBC leader in Bihar today?
Both Lalu ji, Sui ji, see, when it is about, it is.
लड़ नहीं सकते.
Lalu ji can't contest election, even panchayat.
See, you didn't ask who
Okay.
can contest election and who cannot. Let me
He's
complete.
Bhagat Singh.
Mr. Ravi Shankar Ravi, yes.
When you compare between the actions of two personalities, I do not think that the two personalities per se can be compared. When Kanhaiya Kumar had said that Bhagat Singh also went to jail, this was his statement. He didn't say that Laluji is replacing Bhagat Singh. In in the action, yes, Bhagat Singh was fighting against the British colonialism, and there is something which is called in sociology and political science internal colonization. And in 90s, Lalu ji was fighting against internal colonization.
Oh, really?
And
Which
yes,
year Lalu went to jail?
yes, you do not know that.
Which year Lalu got convicted and went to jail? Tell me the year.
History,
Tell the year. Year batao. Lalu got convicted in 2013.
So you are not allowing me to.
Lalu got convicted in 2013.
Allow
Lalu
him
ji's
to finish his
conviction
point.
is a conspiracy.
It was under UPA.
Let me complete, do not interrupt. And in the history of, future history of social justice and secularism, Lalu ji's name is already written in golden words and diamond embroidery.
Future history. सर प्रेजेंट का देख लो, यूपीए के जमाने में लालू जी जेल गए, यूपीए के जमाने में कन्विक्ट हुए, कॉलोनियल थे क्या? सोनिया गांधी को कॉलोनियल बोल रहे हो आप?
In the higher court.
Okay. all
सोनिया
right.
गांधी is colonial.
Well, I'll have to wind up this debate because I'm completely out of time. But of course, this is going to be the big focus, and every single day there is going to be a big development on this as we come closer to elections in Bihar, because Rahul Gandhi has already declared that it is the OBC card that the Congress party is going to play, is going to be using in the upcoming Bihar Assembly elections. We'll see what really happens on the ground. Thank you very much, all of you gentlemen. Shehzad Poonawala, Ratan Sharda, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, Ravi Shankar Ravi, El Syed Asad Abbas. Appreciate all for joining us here on debate number 1. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the scars of the Pahalgam attack remain deeply etched in our collective memory. Just 95 days ago, 26 innocent lives